the Hulk in the movies. How does he compare to the feats of the comic version? Remember, if you like this video, like the video. If you really like the video, subscribe. Hulk has had the most variations in the movies. There was Eric Bana's version, fighting Hulky dogs. There was Ed Norton's version, who looked ready to carve an A-frame bro. Finally, we've probably got my favourite representation with Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, before he went Professor Hulk though. More on that in a bit.
Damn.
So the key thing to note with Hulk is that in the comics, there's been a load of versions of him as well, including, but not limited to, the classic Hulk, when he first got changed. There's the Grey Hulk, which is from the Grey version battling the Green Hulk in his head. He's also called Joe Fixit from when he was working as a mobster. Sure. There's the Savage Hulk, when Banner loses control and the Hulk just goes all beast mode. There's the Immortal / Devil Hulk that is all to do with his dad and what an incorrigible shit he was. There's the Merged Hulks, aka Professor Hulk.
Damn.
When Hulk has Banner's personality, but Savage Hulk's strength, etc. That's a good one. Then when I think Hulk gets really interesting is when the Illuminati, at this point in the comics it's Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Namor, Iron Man, Doctor Strange and Professor X, decide that the Hulk is too much of a threat, so they trick him into getting into a spaceship and just blast him off to a supposedly unpopulated planet. But obviously that goes tits up, and he lands on Sakaar, where he ends up having to fight for his life and becomes the Green Scar Hulk. Here he looks a lot like the Hulk on Sakaar in Ragnarok. This is where he meets Korg in the comics, but he's less like a Kiwi bouncer, but does become his mate like Thor and Korg in the film.
Hey, take it easy, man. Over here, the pile of rocks waving at you. Here. Yeah, I'm actually a thing. I'm a being. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Korg. I'm kind of like the leader in here.
This is a hardcore strong Hulk version that ends up ruling Sakaar. He's so strong the dude can hold tectonic plates together to save the world. Okay, spoiler alert for the World War Hulk series coming up, so skip ahead about 30 seconds to avoid it. So things go tits up again, and the woman he loves gets killed, along with millions of people, by the spaceship he landed in exploding, and she was pregnant with his kid. Brutal. So he blames the people of Earth and vows to return, which is when we experience the fucking World Breaker Hulk. FYI, it was some dudes on Sakaar that blew up the ship, not the Illuminati, and Meek knew all about it but didn't say anything, the cheeky little fucker. Hulk ends up beating every man and his dog on Earth in revenge and makes the Illuminati all fight each other. It's mental. So as mentioned before, obviously the films can't have everyone as powerful as the comics. These videos aren't meant to be moaning and complaining, it's a bit of fun and it's nice to acknowledge the source material, but the MCU really hasn't tapped into the fact that the Hulk gets stronger as he gets angrier, and the fact that he has no real limit depending on how angry he can get. It is exciting though, as when Hulky is this powerful he can do ridiculous things like withstand Black Bolt's blast right in the chops, actually asking him to scream instead of whisper. Ooh, bolshy. Black Bolt's voice obviously being a mega powerful weapon that can fry Omega level mutants like Vulcan to a crisp. The World War Hulk series features him going blow for blow with the Sentry, who I love to mention because he's got the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, so yes, he's tough. This is near the ending to the World War Hulk series, and his blows with Hulk cause them both to revert back to their normal human bodies. This is why I love comics. And to be honest, God knows where they'll go with the character now in terms of strength. So in the MCU, it's a fraction of World Breaker, mainly because he's not gone through the pain and anguish that he did in the comics. As mentioned, there's a few variations of the Hulk. The Ed Norton version is pretty solid when he takes down the army, and Ruffalo obviously punches a Leviathan. And then in his MCU equivalent of the Green Scar, i.e. he's been fighting on Sakaar for ages, he fights Fenrir the Wolf, pulling off a lovely suplex, and he staggers Surtur.
Don't stop, you moron!
When he's Professor Hulk as well, he can still hold up the Avengers building with a messed up arm too. But he's also overpowered by Chitauri guns. That's the Chitauri.
The suckiest army in the galaxy.
Thor gives him the runaround for most of his fight in Sakaar, especially when he gets amped up, and he only loses because of Jeff Goldblum. And Thanos, who is badass, literally uses him as a workout before knocking him out, again with a wrestling move. So again, not a criticism, but there's a long way that the Hulk in the MCU could go in terms of strength. Alright, thank you, bye bye.